The ABA League, for those who don't know, the ABA League is the Yugoslavian League.
So the Adriatic Basketball League. Yep.
The Adriatic Basketball Association is, it's the old Yugoslav league. So you have Croatian teams, Serbian teams, Bosnian teams, et cetera, the best teams in each of these countries. That's a very, very, very tough league because that league normally has a young future NBA player in there. It has a lot of hard and tough coaching. A lot of every team in there is doing two-a-days for sure. They're doing two-a-days in April. Trust me. So it's a very tough league. It's a physical league. It's a smart league. It's a lot of great basketball. Some of the best basketball in the world is played in that league. Maybe not the best, most talented players, but some of the best basketball in the world is played in that league because it's a lot of good coaching in that league. Most of those coaches are going to be Yugoslavian coaches. And whenever I apologize, no insult to anybody. Whenever I say Yugoslavian, I'm talking any country that falls into the old Yugoslav area. So I think just to be politically correct and to be respectful, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Adriatic. You just say Adriatic. So, Adriatic coaching, they normally have a system, a hard system, and they're going to run their system. Defensively, it's going to be physical. They're going to check that roll man. They're going to check that roll man hard. They're going to hard hedge, sprint out, all that thing. So you're going to have to earn every single point you put up in the Adriatic League. So if you see somebody averaging 13 points again in the Adriatic League, that's 20 in another league. Right, you have to break that down in your mind. Like, hey, he's getting 13 a game. If he was in the Italian league, he's probably getting 20 a game. Not because the Italian league is not better than the Adriatic league, but the Italian league is more offensive friendly than the Adriatic league. And then,
this is actually funny you bring it up. I was going to say he kind of started getting the attention in March of 2021, and it's funny that you brought out. You said 13. You're super close. He averaged nearly 12 points and more than 4 rebounds in about 30 minutes per game in the Adriatic League. So that's to your point.
That's good. That's really good. I mean, and if he was to go to the Italian league, he'll probably average 18, 19 a game because the Italian league is ref differently. They're not going to let you physically tackle each other and all those things. And then it's an offensive friendly league. So 6 seconds into the shot clock, you're chucking up a 3. You chuck up a 3 in that Adriatic league, you're sitting on the bench the rest of the game. And that coach might smack you in your face, So, and then, he played for Mega. One of my good friends, Jonathan Jones, played for Kia for a good chunk of time. That's why I know the Adriatic League really well. It's my college point guard at Oakland University, Jonathan Jones. He played in the ABA for a while. He played for Kia. And that's why I know how hard that league is and the toll it takes on your body. But it's also a league because of the location where it's at. A lot of these future NBA guys that you see, they start off in the ABA league, when they're 16, 17, before they go into a different country in Europe, they start off there, they get their exposure there, then they go somewhere else before they come to the NBA, so that league is normally, competitive with younger kids. So a lot of the young youth in there are very talented youth playing with grown men. So, no, I mean, he's one of those guys where I don't know what it is about the NBL. I think the NBL leagues, like I said, it mirrors NBA basketball. So it's easier for a scout to watch the NBL league and say, all right, boom. But I don't want somebody to downplay something happening in the ABA because of, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not apples to apples. It's apples to tangerines or something like that.
Yeah, it's you can't compare the two. It's not fair to the people who have to wake up Monday, go to practice at 9 a.m. for 2.5 hours tape. Whenever you hear somebody say practice is taped, that means it's 5-on-5. We're going to go after it. We're going to get after it. If you ever hear a European player, next time European guy, next your overseas guy you put on, ask them when somebody says taped or untaped, what does that trigger in his memory? That's what it means. If I say, hey, tape, that means we're about to go at each other. If you hear untape, well, you might do some 5-on-0, might do some walkthroughs, get ready for the next day. So imagine doing 2 tape practices a day for 4 or 5 days a week, and you're playing on the weekend. It's like by the time you do this for 2-3 years, your cartilage is worn down. I no disrespect. I had one Croatian coach, and then I spent the next few years avoiding Adriatic coaches. So when it's time to sign a contract, I said, "Who's the coach?" I'm straight. If it's a Serbian, Croatian, Bosnian, if it's a Macedonian, any of those guys that come from that old school, two practices a day, 3.5 hours each, unless I'm going to Fenerbahce to play for the GOAT, I'm not going. No, thank you. I'm not. I love my body too much. I love my family, love spending time being at home. No, sir. So it's very important to note that stuff makes you a man quicker, So that's another reason why guys like Luka might have an advantage, is because they grow up from a different school of basketball. Slovenia it falls right in there with them, So that's important to note.
Hello, and thanks for watching. Be sure to give the video a like, and you can watch more videos over here. You can also click subscribe over here so you're notified when we have new content here on Expat Hoops.